This is Into the Fire.
I'll take great pleasure in welcoming to Into the Fire the young Tasmanian, the powerful key forward who marks everything kicked in his direction, Jackson Callow. Nice to meet you, Jackson.
G'day, mate. Nice to meet you too.
My pleasure. Can we start with you as a youngster? You actually were a go-karter kid. Did you stop because you no longer fit in the car? Can you tell me how you came about being in this sport?
Yeah, so about 15 or 16, I think I was, I had to make a choice of what I want to do with my life. I want to be either a race car driver or play football. And I think I went probably a bit better at football than I was driving. And I enjoyed my football a lot more. And I decided to give my racing away and take up the footy career. And that was probably the best choice I ever made. About the time is the reason I had to give up the karting was because it took up probably too many weekends going away to the mainland to race. And, you miss a couple of days of school as well. So that hurt a little bit. And once I gave it up, I got focused on my footy and made the Mariners, which was called back then the Devils Academy. And, it took off from there.
Yeah, well, it would have been a hard choice, but I'm glad you chose footy.
Me too.
Now, you became really close to Marcus Ambrose. Although he isn't a footballer, he was still an elite sports person. How big an influence was he, and does he give you advice in your journey to the AFL?
Yeah, so Marcus was probably been one of the biggest influences for me as an individual and also as a footy player on and off the field. He's just advice on how I can conduct myself and look after my mental state off the field has been really encouraging and definitely a confidence booster for myself and being able to deal with sort of the pressures and stuff like that, combining school, friendships, football and work all together, because it does take up most of your life and you need to have a break outside of football, and that's what Marcus works on with myself the most. What was the other part of your question? Sorry, buddy, or does that cover it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that covers it, so.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Now, your family are still heavily involved. Does this love you have for motor racing give you a good distraction from footy when you need it? Because let's be honest, footy can become time-consuming.
Yeah, so he's exactly right. On the weekend, for instance, I went out to the go-kart track for a few days and just did a bit of driving mechanicking for my younger brother and watched him race at the state titles, and a few of the Melbourne boys and New South Wales boys and girls came down, and it was a really good race meeting. My dad has a shop down here, and he works on go-karts as well on his off time. And for me, I love my motorsport still. I follow it very heavily, just as much as football. And to get away to the track or just to watch a race on TV, always watch my younger brother race. It's definitely a good distraction and something I love doing.
Yeah. Now, the NAB League didn't go ahead this year, but Tassie has been largely unaffected by COVID. What did you play this year in preparation for the draft?
So this year I played in the Tassie State League, which was the TSL, and there's about 7 teams from around the state that can play in that, and there's 2 from up north and 5 from down south. So up my end is sort of like Isaac Chugg, myself, and Jared Dakin, Ollie Sanders. Ryan Mansell used to play up here as well, and Taron Thomas for north. And then down the south, you sort of got Ollie Davis, Sam Collins, Paddy Walker, Sam Banks, all those boys, Jai Menzie, they all play for the Hobart clubs, and I think we play each other probably twice each this year. And North and Lonnie were the only teams that sort of went undefeated. I think we both lost 1 game each. To each other during the year. And then in the Granny, it was me and North and Lonnie playing. And Lonnie got over the top of us by, I think it was a couple of goals in the end. And it was good. Myself played, Jared Dakin, Isaac Chugg. So there was a few of us boys, playing on the big stage this year. And it was, for us, it was very fortunate that we got to play footy, and hopefully it was a confidence booster for us going into the draft.
Yeah, of course. Now, you're one of those talents that the AFL cry out for. That big marking forward that can pinch hit in the ruck. What a great ability that is. Do you think you can be a ruckman who kicks goals, or are you happy of pinch hitting in the ruck?
I'm not too fast, buddy. I love to play in the ruck and kick some goals. I love throwing my body around and being really physical. probably my favourite part of footy is, besides winning or playing as a team, is being really physical and a competitor on the field. And so yeah, playing in the ruck and kick goals would be an awesome. But I also like playing down back. So this year I played 14 back, and probably love back just as much. So if it's ruck, forward, or back, wherever you put me, I'll be happy to play. Hopefully we can kick a goal. But just the main thing is to win the game.
I'm sure you will. Now, let's put it out there. Your hands are so good, you could catch a cold in the Sahara Desert. This is obviously your number one trait. I mean, you're the best mark in the draft. Have you always had such great hands?
Well, thanks, buddy. I wouldn't say that, but look, that's probably my strength my whole way playing football. I love taking a contested mark or flying up in a pack and taking a big mark in front of everyone, and hopefully it makes an influence on the game. And yeah, it's probably ever since a young age. That's always been my trait. Something I always work on still. I think I've got the biggest dad anyone will come across. He's probably double my size and a bit taller. And so working with him since I've grown up trying to take marks or outbody him, it's always been something that's probably boosted myself. And yeah, during the games, whether it's DSL, NAB League, or just when I was playing my junior footy, I always probably stood out for my marking in the contest, and that's something I probably love the most.
Yeah, taking a good mark is always great. Okay, out of interest, what sort of forward do you see yourself? Working hard in the 50 and leading from the square, or with your aerobic base, a player that pushes up to the wing to link up with the leading forwards?
Preference is my aerobic fitness side of things, leading up onto the wing, and also getting back and helping out the other boys in forward, and just getting around the ground, clocking up the Ks, and then when I want to have a rest from that, I like to go down and lead out the square and get up at the footy and kick a couple of goals, and then when it's my turn to chop back out and go and do my job. So that's how I love to play. And then a good thing on the other side of it is that because I can play both, when I go down and play back, I know what my opponent likes to do. I know the benefits and the disadvantages of it. So I'll be able to, keep close contact with them and hopefully win the contest.
Yeah. Now, you were lucky enough to play last year in the Futures game, grand final day on the MCG. What was that experience like?
It was amazing. It was probably a dream come true. Just to get to play on the MCG, not let alone what the day was. It was awesome, and lucky enough for me, one of the things I've always wanted to do is kick a goal on the MCG, and I got one that game. And unfortunately, we did lose that game, but that week was just about getting to know all the boys in the academy and having a great time, and made a lot of good mates out of it. And we all, we lost, but it wasn't really about who won and lost the game. It was about having fun and playing on the G and trying to get recognised, I suppose, out there. And yeah, we got lucky enough. We got to play on the grand final day, and then got to stay as a group and watch the grand final. And the Tigers got up, and it was pretty cool to see Marlon Pickett kick a goal and Dusty kick his snap right in front of us. And yeah, I was hopefully one day get to play there again.
Yeah, sounds amazing. You don't have a team in Tassie, obviously. How will you be moving away from home, knowing when you are drafted that is happening?
I'll be pretty good, I reckon. I'm looking forward to moving away and trying to get into an AFL club. I'd love to move away next year either way if I did get picked up or not. That's always something I wanted to do when I finished grade 12. So I'm really keen to leave, and hopefully I'm leaving to go to play for an AFL club or going to uni. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see. But also, getting away somewhere into like a big city like Melbourne or Adelaide, it's going to be a lot different to living down here in Tassie. We're a lot more smaller and probably a bit more, I don't know, probably a bit rougher down here than most places. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to it and can't wait.
Yeah. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Tassie having a team in the AFL. How do you think that would go? Would they get enough support for that to happen?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone down in Tassie loves the idea and pushes for a team for here, and everyone will get on board with membership and stuff like that for sure. And hopefully we get a team out there. And I know there's a lot of players in the AFL that who play from Tassie that play would probably be interested in making a move maybe. So that'd be awesome to get a few players going. But I think the first step for Tassie was to get a VFL team running, and by the sound of things, it looks like it's going to happen pretty soon in the next couple of years. And I think that'd be great for Tassie footy, and I'd love to be a part of it too. But my biggest focus at the moment is to get picked up and hopefully get to a club and start that club for the rest of my footy career, and hopefully make a name for myself at that club. But if I unlucky don't get picked up, then I'll there's always next year, and you keep going.
And I'm sure you will get picked up. Now, the draft is fast approaching. How are you feeling, and where are you going to watch it from?
I'm not too bad. Starting to get a little bit nervous. It's getting close. The draft is something I felt pretty good with. I've never worried about it. Of course, I'm very nervous if I'm going to get picked or not. But just having it in the back of your mind, I've never really worried about it during games or stuff like that. I just go out there and play my footy and enjoy it. And now it's actually come to that draft week pretty much now. I'm starting to get a bit nervous. Oh, am I going to get picked up or not? But I think everyone will be feeling like that. And I'm just going to watch it from home. That's what I've been doing today. I've been setting up the theatre room at home and getting it ready. So I'm just going to watch it with my family and my girlfriend. See how I come around so we can watch it. And hopefully my name gets read out. But if not, then that's okay. We'll just move on to hopefully next day's rookie draft. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Okay, so let's line up the questions a bit. You are such an agile young man. How's the dance floor treat you?
Dance floor. Geez, I don't do much dancing, but I can move. I can move. Not the best dancer you ever see, but definitely not the worst.
That's pretty good. If you had to choose any young guy going into this year's draft to have a drink with, who would you choose?
Ooh. I love Alex Davies from up Gold Coast. Get along with him really well. I find him very funny. So, yeah, I'd love to catch up and have a beer with him.
Not a bad one.
Whatever it was, yeah.
What would be the best thing about being an AFL footballer?
Knowing that you're at the top level. That's something I've always wanted to achieve with my football, is to play the best football I can at the best level. And I think that's probably, that's what you get out of it. And also you're there with the most experienced AFL players and coaches in the business. So you have a lot more sources to learn off, and you're just going to keep improving your football. Like we spoke about before, by marking, I know that if I was lucky enough to get to a club, I can continue to work on my marking. Hopefully that become a strength of mine in the AFL if I got to play. So, yeah.
Yeah. Outside of footy, what do you love to do?
Outside of footy, I love to hang with my friends and my girlfriend. I also like to go out in my go-kart a little bit and have a go at the track or on my simulator at home and on iRacing. I love doing all that. Other than that, just chilling, watching a movie, going for a drive, going to Bridport. I love going down to Bridport with my girlfriend down to the shack, and just stuff like that just to keep nice and relaxed.
Yeah, pretty good. If you could be a superstar in a sport other than footy, what would you choose?
Definitely motorsport. Yep. I love my motorsport. Maybe basketball. I love playing basketball. Playing NBA star would be pretty cool. But no, I'd love to be a V8 supercar driver or something like that. But I know that would never happen. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool, though.
It would
Well,
be
Jackson.
awesome.
Yeah, it would. Well, Jackson, you're exactly what my show stands for. A huge mark that can go back and get a bag of goals. You see, Jackson, goals are the money made, and you have a full wallet. Everyone in the team is important, but people go to see the goals, and that's your game. So let's imagine this. It's your first game, you take a big clunk, 40 out in front. You go back, and the commentators start talking about the go-karting to the AFL, blah, blah, blah. The crowd holds its breath, you go, come in, slot a goal, straight through the middle, crowd goes wild, cameras are on you. This is the important part. Everyone looks at you for what you will do. A celebration is now. Give them the into the five.
So I got to do it?
You can if you want.
I got to do a celebration?
Yeah, it's all yours.
Geez, I've got no idea, buddy. I reckon what I usually do is I love to give a bit of a fist pump and say go with whatever the team I'm playing. If I'm playing for Devils, let's go Devils, and try and get the rest of the boys up and about. But I'm not sure what I'd do.
Maybe give that one a try.
Which one? The fist pump?
This one.
All right, let's go. How's that?
Now you just got to do that on the AFL.
Hopefully, I'll try to.
Okay. I can't thank you enough, Jackson. You're a great guy and such a talent. Can't wait to see you terrorising defenders very soon in the AFL. Good luck in the draft league.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.